Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US penny stock highlights for Wednesday, the 2nd of September. Starting off with AMC Entertainment, where there's been good progress since this falling wedge break that we had the first week of August. One opportunity to get in there with the break of that resistance line from June. Second one on the gap through the 50-day moving average, which is normally a decent signal. Another chance of breaking the 200-day line, the orange line there around $5.50, and then another gap to the upside today. Current view is at least while we're above the floor of the gap, so $6.20. We could see further upside. Just how high we could fly is up to that resistance line there drawn from back in March, currently pointing towards the $10 area. Hopefully that could be seen over the next 4 to 6 weeks. If you're cautious on the shares, maybe wait for an end of day close just above the initial or the last actual August peak around $7.10. So maybe one more criteria to go for if you are waiting to see for more momentum on the shares. Next up, a stock which is looking encouraging to say the least, Baudax Bio, probably the most common setup that we've had, sort of bumping along the bottom, either a bear trap or a test of previous support, and then snapping a near-term resistance line, in this case from the end of June, level with the $3.10 area. Nice end of day close today at 332 plus, and above the 50-day line, the blue line there. Target here, the top of the rising trend channel from May, as high as $5.36, and that could be seen as soon as the end of this month. Good to have new stocks and fresh situations. CounterPath Corporation, another one, which is a sort of a classic setup there with the bounce off the floor of the rising trend channel and then a break of a 1 or 2 month resistance line. In this case, we actually broke that yesterday on the close, let's say around 394. Great move so far as the breakout from there is concerned. End of day close above the 50-day moving average at $4.55. The next continuation signal for a move up to the top of the rising trend channel from earlier this year, back in January, and that resistance line projection currently pointing to around the $6.60 level, and that could be seen hopefully by the end of this month on CounterPath. Another good looking situation is Core Molding Technologies. Here we've had a straightforward resistance break, so that was the initial August resistance at $6.77, and end of day close above that today should lead the shares up to the top of the rising trend channel from March, currently pointing to $11, hopefully over the next 4 to 6 weeks, and at this stage only really back below the floor of the channel. Sub $6 really would only delay the upside scenario, but we wouldn't really expect now a break back below that initial August peak around the $6.80 area. Another stock to keep an eye on over the near term is Entasis Therapeutics. Obviously, so many of these pharma stocks around at the moment. We've gapped up today after breaking the falling wedge from July. So basically, we are in the buy mode. But if you are cautious, maybe to wait for an end of day close just above the 50-day moving average, so that would be, say, $2.95 plus, and that would bring the target in at $3.66 at the 200-day moving average. Big picture target rather, up to that resistance line there from March, currently pointing at $6.50, and that would be, I suppose, the 2-month target, a 2 to 3 month target for the shares. But obviously there is quite a lot of resistance towards $4, so that's why it's relatively easy to go for $3.66 at the 200-day moving average as the first target. Moving along, next stock is the one that I'm just typing in now, which has been well, it's actually interesting in terms of the bear trap that we've had. So we've had a bear trap from below the 200-day moving average low and the March low there. So let's say $4.60. Few days of being underneath that support area, then smash back up again. So above $4.60 on an end of day close basis, looking for at least $6.20, which is the area of the 50-day moving average, and then after that, that resistance line there from March up to $8.90 plus. So plenty of excitement there. But at least while we're above the $5 area, looking for an initial target there towards $6.20 to $30 for NanoViricides. Next situation, also looking quite healthy from a bullish perspective, and also another area another stock in the pharmaceutical biomedical area, Nemaura Medical. Here we've had a falling wedge break. Just basically today's the first day where the shares have snapped back nicely, so above $4, and that resistance line there from August. We're looking for the 200-day moving average at $5.90 plus over the next, hopefully 2 or 3 to 4 weeks probably should do the trick. So either hopefully by the end of September on Nemaura. Just 3 stocks to go now. One is Renren, the curiously named Renren. Here we've got a situation where we've had this falling wedge. I suppose it's not quite snapped, but it's certainly worth looking at the stock today in anticipation of an end-of-day close through the $2.15 area, maybe through the 200-day moving average, if you're cautious, $2.27 to give it a bit more of an emphatic move. But then after that, above the 200-day line, we're looking to the 50-day line at $2.95. At this stage, only really back below today's 190 zone support would really delay the upside scenario. Stock which I believe we've looked at before, which is back again, TSR Inc. rather. Here was in the end of July we had the break there of that trend line there from earlier in the month, and I suppose that would have signaled or delivered a $4.10 to 15 entry. Mild rise after that, but the gap today through the July resistance line at $5.08 looks rather more emphatic than the initial trend line break of July. And the view is that while we're above August resistance of $5.50, we could see a big target here over the next 1 to 2 months as high as the top of that rising trend channel from January, currently pointing at $10 plus. So quite a lot to shoot for there. Last stock of the day is Urban One, which is a sort of narrow bear trap signal here. The old support, I suppose, from last month around the $3.70 level, and the close today at $4.21. While we're above that old August support, say $3.70 on an end-of-day close basis, we're looking for a meeting with the late July resistance line towards $7.50 over the next, I suppose, 4 to 6 weeks would hopefully do the trick there. But I think the attractive part here is that the risk reward is relatively good, risking 50 cents to make up to $3.50 as far as the upside. So that does look quite good at Urban One. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.